Tonight on Reporting Scotland. Scotland lags behind England in the push to get young people from poorer backgrounds to university. Good evening. Helping more young people from disadvantaged areas to get to university is one of the Scottish Government's top priorities. But according to research today, the problem remains stark. Young Scots from disadvantaged areas are 4 times less likely to go to university than those from wealthy backgrounds. That's a bigger gap than anywhere else in the UK. Here's our education correspondent, Jamie McIver.
The number of Scots going to university is at a record high, and more youngsters from disadvantaged areas are starting to study for a degree. But this isn't the whole story. Youngsters from the most prosperous parts of Scotland are 4 times more likely to go to university than those from the most deprived areas. That gap is the widest in the UK.
All parts of the UK are still struggling with widening access, but also it is the case that in Scotland we've not made quite such good progress as in England in getting more of our poorer young people into university.
The Scottish Government says closing the gap is one of its biggest aims, but this will take time.
There's been a historical problem in younger people from deprived backgrounds getting to university in Scotland. And now, of course, we're seeing significant improvements in that position, and young people in Scotland are now much more likely to go to university under the actions of the SNP government than when we came to office in 2007. But there is much more to do on this subject.
There's one big difference in university policy between Scotland and the rest of the UK. Free tuition, a matter of principle which comes at a cost.
Right.
It means there's a rigid limit on the number of university places open to Scots. So unless the number of places continues to rise, helping the disadvantaged could cause others to lose out.
There is a special priority that needs to be given to people from the most disadvantaged backgrounds. That's a challenge that we take up from the Commission on Widening Access report. But I think we need to look at how do we do that without displacing other deserving learners, many of them from very, very ordinary backgrounds.
Some also say direct comparisons with England are now difficult. One reason is the role of colleges. More people aged under 30 in Scotland have been in higher education than in England. But look at this. Here about 2 in 5 went to college first. In England it's roughly 1 in 8. These students at City of Glasgow College are hoping to go on to do degrees.
I'm hoping to do mechanical engineering at Strathclyde University. And I've chosen this route because I think it's a good transition.
There's no need to rush it, you know. Even if the longer way is better than also going the shorter way.
Today's report is a reminder that widening access is a complicated problem with no easy soundbite solutions. Jamie McIver, Reporting Scotland.